Text, Chaffey College. Wignall Museum of Contemporary Art. Home edition. A house shape appears around the text. Workshop. Make a zine with Tierra del Sol Studios. Jackie Marsh and Katie Mendoza. February 10, 2021 fro 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. PST. Rebecca Trewick.
Welcome everybody, so glad to see you here. Today's program features Tierra del Sol artists Jackie Marsh and Katie Mendoza, presented as part of the Wignall Museum's Home Edition, a series of curated artist talks, workshops, and discussions featuring artists and cultural workers. My name is Rebecca Trewick. I'm the director and curator of the Wignall Museum, pronouns she, her, hers. The Wignall Museum is a teaching museum and interdisciplinary art space that introduces Chaffey College students, faculty, staff, and community members to innovative and contemporary art objects and ideas. By fostering critical thinking, visual literacy, and discourse, the museum seeks to enhance the intellectual and cultural life of our community. We want to take a moment to recognize that we're situated on the Rancho Cucamonga campus of Chaffey College, which resides on the traditional and unceded lands of the Tongva people. We offer our recognition and respect to the elders, both past, present, and future. And we encourage all of you to learn more about the historical and contemporary Indigenous issues in our communities.
To learn more about Native Land Acknowledgement, please visit usdac.us/nativeland. native-land.ca and Hadel.
With Rebecca and Roman, I'll be assisting in today's Zoom session.
Roman Stollenberg.
And hello, my name is Roman Stollenwerk. I'm the assistant curator at the Wignall Museum of Contemporary Art. Please note we are recording all sessions of Home Edition. When possible, recordings will be made available on our website. An announcement will post to our email subscribers and social media when new videos are available. All recordings of Home Edition include captions and audio descriptions as options. Visit us at www.chaffey.edu/Wignall to access recordings and our full schedule of programs. And thank you.
Trewick.
So I have the great honor of introducing all of you to Jackie and Katie. So Jackie Marsh has worked as a studio assistant at the Progressive Art Studios of Tierra del Sol since 2009. Marsh produces whimsical depictions of animals and flowers in painting, drawing, and ceramics. In both her 2- and 3-dimensional work, gestural mark-making is combined with a vibrant and loosely applied color palette to define her delightfully exuberant style. In addition to being a studio artist, Marsh also teaches art classes at Upland Art Studios and Jocelyn Senior Center and other venues. Her work has been exhibited at such venues as the Chan Gallery, Pomona College, Claremont, California, California Baptist University, Riverside, California, Claremont Graduate University, Claremont, California, and Zask Gallery, Palos Verdes, California. When she's not developing her art career, you can find Marsh at work providing compassionate care to the animals and of local animal shelters. Katie Mendoza has a deep interest in the world around her, and she thoughtfully shares with others her insights on a wide variety of subjects. She's an explorer and inspires those around her with positive inquisitiveness. Mendoza seeks daily to expand her skills and is a naturally talented artist and teacher. Every day she has something brilliant to share. Mendoza creates and designs characters and stories for movies. She recently designed and made a set of tarot cards and does readings. So reach out to her later if you're interested, right? Mendoza's paintings, drawings, and sculpture generally have a surprise element to draw the viewer in. So big thanks and a huge welcome to Jackie and Katie.
Jackie Marsh.
My name is Jackie. My pronoun is she and her. I have brown hair with long highlights. I have blue eyes, and I am wearing a pink shirt. I have been with Tierra about 12 years.
Katie Mendoza.
And I'm Katie Mendoza. I've been an artist for Tierra del Sol for about 6 years. My pronouns are she and her, and my appearance is I have brown hair and brown skin. I'm Latina and I and I'm wearing an army jacket.
Rebecca Ham.
I'm Rebecca Ham. I'm a woman, white woman with long hair and bangs, sitting in a room with a white curtain behind me. And I will be assisting the presentation, and I'll hand it over to Lauren.
Lauren Romero.
Hi, I'm Lauren Romero. I'm the program director for Upland Art Studios. My pronouns are she and her. I am Hispanic female, brown skin, cat eye glasses, and I am sitting in my office in Upland.
Laura Wild.
My name is Laura Wild. My personal pronouns are she and her. I have blonde hair and blue eyes, and I'm pretty pale because I've been inside a lot. And I teach ceramics and painting. I've been with Tierra for about 4 years now.
Text, Tierra del Sol Studio Zine Intro and Workshop. Some of the info in this presentation is taken from Tierra Artists' workshops and Tierra Artist and staff writings.
So we'll go ahead back to that PowerPoint now and get started.
Marsh.
Ready to make your creative ideas into zines.
Wild.
Welcome everyone who has made zines before. Can you raise your hands?
People raise hands. Photos of young women looking at a table covered in zines at an outdoor art fair.
Welcome to the Careers in the Arts Workshop. And this is some pictures of when we were at the Wignall Live last year. This is our artist educator team.
Marsh and Mendoza standing next to a poster titled Zine Workshop with zines attached to it.
Here are some zine examples.
Homemade books with different artwork on the covers, some with handwritten and some with typed text, others with graphic images. Marsh.
There are so many varieties of zine.
A zine and ordinary work.
A zine with paintings of a woman in a hat and handwritten text.
A zine of small artworks.
Paintings of a woman in sunglasses, a spotted hat on a rainbow background.
A colorful journal of an artist's shows and their experiences.
What is a zine? A zine is basically a little magazine that is made by anyone for any reason.
History of the zine. Zines were made in the punk subcultures to carry a message about music, beliefs, or anything that they felt was important. It began as a DIY effort with an anti-authoritarian message.
A poster titled, Where Do I Start?
Have lots of fun.
We're going to come up with an idea for the zine. We're going to look at some of the tools and supplies you use and how you use materials to freely express your emotions and your ideas. We'll be drawing, writing, collecting images.
Great examples of your own unique designing for your own zine.
Collage and drawing.
Make a fun cover and add your original writings.
More ideas. These zines were made from the scraps. Important to add your name, title, date, and name what kind of edition you are making.
So when you make our zines together with us, you might even consider how you'll reproduce them, having your name and edition on them. But remember, this can be about stories, a graphic novel, drawings, information books. You can even design a coloring book. You can mix it up and make pop-ups, all kinds of things.
Excellent method of creating original fine art pieces that may be easily reproduced in limited or unlimited editions. Be sure your name, date, and title are clearly on your zine, and if you collaborate, have all collaborators' names listed too. You'll decide if your zine will be a single original or reproduced as a limited edition.
Let's get started.
Give yourself permission to be playful. No critics or compares allowed.
Use any materials you'd like and start with any page you'd like.
People sit at a long table drawing and writing on their zines.
Some of the workshops and supplies.
Paper, pencils, pens, markers, glue sticks, pattern paper, fabric, yarn, magazines, scissors, and tape.
Give yourself room to work.
Zine making time. Make your zines, and as we go, we'll share our steps. During the last 15 minutes, we'll share our works in progress.
Now let's demonstrate.
So we're going to start by showing how we can fold a basic zine, but you can do it any way you like to.
A poster demonstrating folding a large piece of paper into 8 smaller squares, then folding it into a booklet.
Your turn. Let's get started. Yay.
So now we're going to go live, and Katie's going to demonstrate how to fold a zine, and we'll get busy.
8.5 by 11-inch paper or similar. Go step by step with us as we show you on Zoom and enjoy zine making time. Mendoza holds up a piece of paper.
Here is your piece of paper. The first thing you're going to do is to fold it up and down horizontally like a burrito, as such.
She presses the fold seam flat.
When you are done, fold it side to side, like a book right here.
She folds the paper in half again.
Then when you are done, do it again. Do it again.
She folds the folded paper again.
After you unfold the whole thing, and then fold it side to side as such, like a book.
She unfolds the paper, then folds it in half.
Then, grabbing your scissors, we're going to cut a line between the two squares.
She cuts halfway through the paper in the middle.
When you're done, it should look like a mouth when you open it, like so.
A slit in the paper's middle.
After that, you fold it all over again, from top to bottom, and then you're going to squeeze it in there. After that, you fold it.
She pinches and presses the sides of the paper together, opening the central gap and creating pages. She folds the paper into a square book shape with pages.
And there is your zine.
Ham.
Great. So this will be the time to start drawing and writing and designing and doing all the zining you want with the materials that you brought.
Treywick.
I'd love to hear what themes or, what you're interested in and what you're going to create your zine about today.
Wild.
Katie, do you have any ideas?
Mendoza.
I don't know. What is your idea?
Wild.
Oh, since you ask. I like to brainstorm.
She holds up a sheet with handwriting.
So when I'm going to make a zine, I'll put a centrally located area and then just everything that I can think of to make the zine. And last night I was studying up my guitar music and I thought of some things. So I took some notes and I wanted to use those to make my zine. So I haven't got it all worked out yet, but it's about teaching. So I'll be making my zine about teaching.
Wary.
I can tell what my theme is. I'm going to do, I've never been so grateful for my little tiny house as in this last year. So I'm going to do a zine about my house and my cats and my boyfriend. So that's going to be my little zine, little thank you.
Ham holds up a piece of paper with a cloud drawing.
I'm going to make this shape on all the pages and turn them into different things on each page.
I'm making a cookbook.
That's awesome.
I like that idea.
What are you going to make it about? Which food?
It's called Eat the Rich.
Eat the Ridge.
Eat the Rich.
Rich.
Oh, the rich.
Yeah, they're full of flavor.
He holds up a drawing of the Monopoly Man.
There's an old print I did, and so I'm going to cut it all summer. So
Move it
do
closer.
it, man.
That looks
Say that
great.
again?
Can you move it closer?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm on my phone. I can't get my laptop
There it
to
is.
do its thing.
Oh,
So
That's great.
That's great.
Uh-oh.
Uncle
I have
I
this-
Bacon.
don't see anybody else moving.
Uncle Bacon, it's nice to meet you on Zoom. We've only met each other on Instagram, I think, right?
Okay, maybe. Yeah. Who's talking? I can't see who's talking.
It's Paige, the
Oh,
director.
yeah. Yep. How
Yeah,
are
yeah.
you?
I'm good. I just
Awesome.
wanted to say hi. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. I need to do more of this kind of stuff. I haven't left my house in like 6 weeks.
So on that note, could we maybe hear where people are
Treywick.
where are you located? I was trying to think of a clever way to say that, but where are you coming to us from?
Zine land.
I'm in
Holly-
Rancho
I'm in Hollywood.
Claremont.
Upland.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, nice. I'm in Paducah, Kentucky.
Far away. I missed
Are you?
town.
We are the International Museum of Quilts, home of. We have a huge fiber artist community here.
Are you really in Kentucky?
Yeah. Yeah, Paducah.
You joined
Yeah,
us.
Google it. Yeah, I love you guys. I miss First Street Gallery. I pretty much have Rebecca to thank for my my process, really, the mail art and all that. She taught a class one time about mail art, and I realized, I can actually be an artist doing this thing. So, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And I love
Jackie,
postcards that come for sure.
Wary.
Jackie, what theme are you doing?
Marsh.
Actually not, I haven't really have one going right now.
Wild.
But she's done a lot of scenes, and she usually will make them out of her art. So it's not necessarily like a complete story, but there's like artworks within her zines, and they're very, very pretty.
Treywick.
Jessica, Evelyn, where are you guys located right now? If you don't mind sharing.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Hi, Jessica.
Jessica, what city are you in right now?
In Snow Hills.
Snow Hills? That's out like by Phelan, I think, too.
It's Okie Hills.
Oak Hills.
Oak Hills.
And Evelyn said in the chat she's in Redlands.
Nice.
I'm in
Nice
Glendale,
to see you,
California.
Evelyn. Thanks for joining us.
I love the Cucamonga background you two guys have. That's awesome.
Amy Malouf.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there when it was just temporary, and then it got installed. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, we're lucky to have that beautiful public sculpture as
Yeah.
a landmark outside our door.
The Wignall and Rebecca Treywick and Roman and Andrew, they rock. Just so you know, they
You
are
are
the stars.
I can't take credit for any of that, but thank you anyway.
And Andy, I can't find my version, I think, because of my computer trouble today, but Andy actually got permission from Amy to make a version of
Oh.
Cucamonga that says Home Edition, which is the series
I
that
might be
we
able
are
to show you. I
participating
can
in
do that.
today. I had it the other day. There it is. Yeah, I love it.
is.
Oh, look at that.
A computer background with a sign. Home edition.
Very cool.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
I gotta say, Wignall is probably the birthplace of Uncle Bacon.
Amy Malouf
Artistically
used to
speaking.
work at our studios.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
was one of our
very cool.
mentors.
Yeah, I think I've like followed her around. She used to be at the DAW too, and I was there just after her at the DAW as well.
Yeah.
And now she teaches here. Yeah.
Yeah, she keeps us all
Awesome.
on her toes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, Pete, what's your zine about?
I am making a zine. I'm just drawing my dog who was sitting on my lap, and now he's sitting across from me. So
Perfect.
Oh,
He's
look,
a-
how cute.
naked, hairless dogs.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
he's posing for me now, so I'm just doing different shots of him.
He had some hair on his head.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of hair on his head, and that's about it. And his tail.
Treywick.
Becky and Katie, can I ask, do you guys prefer to make original art, like using markers or pencils or paint in your zines? Or do you like cutting and pasting? Or do you like a combination?
Mendoza.
Depends on my mood. I usually prefer the drawing and stuff, but sometimes I like to do collage.
Marsh.
I prefer the drawing.
Treywick,
And what do you guys love about making zines? Like why do you like that as a media and as a practice, part of your practice?
Mendoza,
I personally like making zines because I actually enjoy the idea of making something that I like to read about and sharing it with everyone else.
Wild,
It's been a pretty good way for you to get to let people get to know you also.
Marsh,
Oh, I like creating zines that because with a lot of my art and stuff.
Treywick,
I really like how you can just kind of make them anywhere, anytime. Like they're really easy to jump into and jump out of. I like that.
Ham,
I like that they're small sometimes. Sometimes they're big, but sometimes they're small and you can slip them in people's pocket and they don't even know.
Wild.
I have to show you the smallest zine I think I've made.
She holds up a zine about 2 inches tall with a drawing of a dolphin.
It's tiny. Just make teeny weeny ones.
Verdon,
I have gotten zines slipped in my pocket before at zine fairs, and I get home and I look in my pockets and I'm like, when did I get this?
Oh, really?
The people do that.
That's an incredible idea.
Hey, Jessica, that looks great.
colorful letters spell Jessica.
Nice.
Uncle Bacon,
Zines are also fun to mail to people, right? So they're
Yeah.
cheap to make, and you can get them out for the price of a postage stamp. That's what I do a lot.
Mendoza,
That's part of its popularity. You not only can you make anything you want, you can distribute them any way you like.
Treywick,
Yeah, I actually had a
Right.
question about that. Rebecca, you mentioned, I think all of you mentioned editions. Can you maybe explain what that means and what that is?
Ham,
I'd love to. So in the tradition of printmaking, if you make one original print, and then if you make another one from the same maybe printing plate, and Uncle Bacon's in the room, so I better be on it. He's a printmaker. So the idea of printing one and using the same plate to make additions, you would number them. So it'd be like let's say you make 10. You can make 10 zines if you make a copy of it. If you decide that you want it to be a limited edition, you can number them. And if you want it to be unlimited, then you just maybe write edition 1 or edition 2 or edition 3. But it makes them extra special. The original is always going to be the fine art original piece. The reproductions can be part of your edition. What do you think about, anyone want to add to that information? Paige, Pete, anybody?
Wary,
I think you covered it. I mean, zines are pretty much do whatever you want. That's why I love zines. And when I used to, when I first started going to art shows, I couldn't afford any art, and I would always, I collected zines. So I've got a huge collection of zines now that some of them have been collected by museums and stuff like that from some artist friends. But yeah, zines are amazing because of the freedom.
Treywick,
I agree with you, Paige. It's a really easy way to collect art and to support local artists or artists that you admire who maybe you can't afford a painting, but you can, still own a little bit of their work. I love that.
Exactly.
Uncle Bacon,
I first encountered zines in the punk rock scene of the early 80s. And people who enjoyed a band would make these little pamphlets of their favorite player or whatever and lyrics and stuff, and then they would hand them out at the show. And it was a way, to express yourself because punk wasn't being explored in the media at all.
Treywick,
Yeah, I also really appreciate its counterculture and roots in activism and communities that normally don't have a platform. I really appreciate that as well.
Right.
Wary,
I haven't done this in a very long time. This is super fun. I've also never done this kind where you cut it out. Katie, how you showed us how to cut the sliver out. I've never done that before. This is cool.
Mendoza,
Yeah, I found it out on the internet.
Yeah, it's great.
How did you usually do it, Paige?
I would staple them together, and sometimes I used to sew them together. I actually did a very long time ago, I did a huge zine where I asked 10 artists to all put things in, and then some people put stickers. And so we collected all their pages and then we stapled them all together to make one kind of book zine and sold that through a gallery for, you know, like $20 or something. But it was super fun. All the artists signed it, and it had a little pack of stickers attached. So yeah.
Wild.
Staples makes it a little more accessible for some people too, because the process of Katie's really got it down and teaches it well, but sometimes it's really hard for people to get that fold correct. So we've done a lot of practicing.
Bacon.
The burrito hot dog fold, right? And then
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I love the burrito reference. It made perfect sense.
Yeah, it did. That's why she teaches you how to fold it.
Ham.
So Uncle Bacon, are there any examples of fabric zines?
I'll show you something that somebody gave me. I don't know that it's exactly a zine, but it's like a little notebook. And she took some. I taught they had a mending class, and so I brought some of my prints on fabric, and she made it into a little notebook. So notes, this is like love notes. I don't know if you can see that.
A small book made from colorful printed fabric.
Yeah, yeah.
So love notes. It used to say, it was a Valentine's Day class, so it said love notes. So she took that and cut it into that, and then it opens up, and she's got all this fabric.
Ooh.
And then up again, and then this is my little I love you candy heart print that I brought. Yeah, so she took these, and this is my love pig. And so it's all incorporated.
A drawing of a pig with parts labeled love.
Incorporated into, and then this is one that she did her own print of that night. And so she made it into this neat little notebook. And then there's a little page right here. So it's kind of like a zine, but it's a zine that I fill out for myself.
Very cool.
Yeah. So there's, I mean, she's an amazing woman. Tuscan Rose on Instagram.
Ham.
I don't know if you all know that Uncle Bacon's an amazing artist, and he's done printmaking with us and all kinds of, he does workshops and just shares the beauty of creativity wherever he goes.
Yeah, that's why I love the zine. Yeah, this is why. Yeah, it's awesome.
Uncle Bacon, we're going to have you as a guest artist on one of our guest artist events coming up for Tierra. Is that okay?
Yeah. We do styrofoam plate prints.
Cool.
Yeah, everybody could just buy, like, get to-go nachos, and they can use their nachos to make the print. I think I did it with Rebecca's Girl Scout troop one time, styrofoam plate prints.
Yeah.
Rebecca.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love that.
Ham.
How are we doing, guys? Should we share some of our zines? Can we just keep making for 5 hours? Is that okay? It's good.
Jessica, that's so good.
Love that.
Wow.
A drawing of a cartoon girl.
Jessica, that's adorable.
Really nice.
Thanks.
Is that, Jessica, is that you? Is that a self-portrait?
Yes.
It's so great. I love it.
Great.
This is mine. I don't know if you can see it with the
When you scoot it back a little bit. There you go.
A yellow zine. Treywick.
Hey, that's all your idea. Thinking about what I'm grateful for during this time. The silver lining approach.
I can't. Oh, you know what? Put it up. Put it like halfway down your screen. I couldn't see. It was in the
There it
green.
is. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh.
Oh, nice. Man, you've got the good paper there. It's all colorful. It's half the
On a
book.
stash in my office.
Oh, I need to get some new pens. I had no idea. My pens are all pooping out.
Me too. I have to refill this one. It's like, uh-oh.
Wary.
Okay, I'm ready to share mine.
I'm thinking we're not going back to the PowerPoint. We'll just share zines going out.
This is my little house.
A drawing of a house. Cats holding hands.
And there are my little two kitties.
Aw. love that.
that never, ever, ever hold hands. They fight all the time. This is my fantasy two kitties. There's my little garden.
Flowers and plants, furniture.
There's my record player, which has become a very big deal during this time too. And then I just have little hearts on the back. So that's my little zine.
That's a great one.
Love it. Pete, are you ready to show us your dog portraits?
Verdon,
I'm going a little slow. I don't draw normally, so this is the cover.
text, Hollow in Hollywood, a drawing of a dog.
It's so cute.
It says it's called Cholo in Hollywood. This is my dog driving on La Cienega. This is my dog in front of the Hollywood sign.
Nice.
These your dog's fantasies?
Yeah. This is all I have so far, but
Your dog's very active in the world. I like it.
yeah, we're trying to
jealous.
socialize him.
I'll never look at La Cienega the same. Well, mine's not a story or anything. I just started to draw. So there's the shape in two things, and I'm just like totally stream of conscious. Then there's like the Carl Benjamin background with the weirdo tree on it and the bird chaser.
Cartoons made from cloud shapes.
Then I have to fill those in. I've got work to do.
I love it.
But I like the idea of just doodling.
Wild.
I was thinking about the first, second, third editions. So I did my mostly true. So on TV. So I did a bunch of writing in them, and then I made 3. So you have to buy all 3 of them to get the whole story.
The market.
Ham.
A subscription. We can sign up for your subscription zines. Ooh, that's a good idea. Hey, Uncle Bacon, you have one in progress you can show us?
Yeah, all right. So, I mean, these are a little subversive, but so a cookbook. And then the first one is the rich have delicious ham.
Photos of ham.
You want a rich person that sits on their butts a lot, much more tame. And then rich old white ladies make good sausage. And I haven't found an image of sausage yet, but I'm working on that. So that's as far as I got.
Wary.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jessica, yours is coming along awesome.
Great.
Cartoon girl wearing a sweater with a side ponytail. Ham.
Jackie, how does yours look?
Marsh.
I sort of started one, but it's kind of hard to.
Drawings of flowers and a bunny. Wild.
And did you fold it a little bit different too? I kind of like, I have a huge variety of different ways of folding. So can you share that with us too?
I don't really know exactly. I just was folding it. I just folded it, so I don't know exactly how it's going.
Because you can take them apart and refold inside out too. So you have an extra, like a whole set of zine to work with.
Ham.
Katie, what does yours look like?
Mendoza.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't get much done. I got the cover, and I'm doing this bit of saving the bees.
Are you're collaging, Katie?
Yeah, well, actually, I'm drawing them and gluing them onto the page.
Those are super cute bees.
Cut out drawings of cartoon bees.
Thank you. I'm trying to show people that bees are not as scary as people think they are. They actually help with the environment. That's why I'm trying to encourage people to save the bees.
It's a good message, zine.
Treywick.
I really love zines that have extra elements tipped in or glued in, or I like to feel the texture. I love that.
Aren't you going to show us your zine?
Romero.
I am thinking about Halloween, so I did my favorite. I also had my own version of folding, but I'm just drawing little ghosts. and pumpkins and fat bats.
Nice.
Accordion fold.
I went for it. Sorry, Katie. My scissors aren't here, so that changed things.
Katie, you designed some tarot cards, didn't you?
Mendoza.
With some encouragement from Laura, I was able to make my own tarot deck. I made a tarot deck that is basically urban fantasy themed. For those who don't know, urban fantasy is a subgenre of fantasy where you see a lot of fanciful art, where you see a lot of fancy elements such as unicorns, dragons, elves, and stuff. But you see them in a modern urbanized setting, like you see them in New York or LA or places like that.
Wild.
She's also made she's making the definitions too. We've talked a lot and so she's been working on her definitions for all the 78 cards. It's a big job. And she has one more to finish the drawing and complete that. But it's amazing.
Is 78 the typical size of a tarot card deck?
Yeah, it's the typical.
Yeah, but sometimes people make it different, like adding more or adding less or adding different variations to it. I just did mine a very simplistic one.
It's definitely.
Is it a one of a kind, or is it something that you've reproduced?
It's one of a kind.
Would you like it to be reproduced?
I am thinking about it, and I would like that, but I need to. But there are some things we need to get on with it. Like, for example, how are we going to mass produce? How are we going to mass produce them in both the front and the back?
Right. And
we can print little lino prints out of it, each card, and then print them.
Wild.
Maybe we need to hook up with Uncle Bacon and have him give us a tutorial.
Yeah, I think there's no turning back with this group. We're like
Treywick.
And you could print the boxes and then fold them and like have a custom box.
Yeah.
That would be super cool.
Yeah.
Wary.
The gallery, Tierra del Sol Gallery, is doing a group zine show at the end of the year. So Katie, we could work on that if you wanted to put that in the zine show. I want Evan Hines, another artist from Tierra, did tarot cards too that I want to check out too, that I'm excited about.
Wild.
They're amazing. She's going to send me those photos this afternoon of the things that they, because she took pictures of all of them. And yeah, there's so much great art at Tierra. It's amazing.
Ham.
Tune in next week for the wonderful walkthrough of the gallery with Paige and showing Jackie's solo show.
Yes.
Wary.
Yeah, Jackie's going to be there, and we're going to do a live gallery walkthrough of Jackie's show, which is ceramics and drawings. We sold another piece yesterday, Jackie.
People clap.
Oh, that's
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Treywick.
Paige, could you tell us really briefly a little bit about the collaboration between Tierra del Sol and the gallery? And
Wary.
Actually, the gallery is Tierra del Sol's gallery now. So I used to have my own gallery and then decided to close that. And then Tierra took over my lease and hired me to run their gallery. So it's their gallery now. And so I curate from the artist at Tierra.
Excellent. Could you put the link in the chat?
Yeah.
Please? Thank
you. We're coming up on, it's been about 1.5 years, coming up on 2 years for the gallery.
Excellent.
Yeah, and Jackie's show is there right now, and we're open by appointments.
Ham.
And Pete is our gallery manager that works with Paige at the Chinatown Gallery.
Excellent.
Visit us. We're really funny, and we love talking about the work.
Don't forget our Instagram too. We have Instagram for the gallery and for the studios, and you get to know more about our artists in all kinds of ways.
Treywick.
Well, I know we're getting near the end of our time, and we definitely want to be cognizant of everyone's time. Roman just put a link to a very short survey. We'd appreciate that you fill out if you have a moment. We would love that. It just helps us to plan for the future.
tinyurl.com/Wignall Spring 21 Visitor Survey. TierraDelSolGallery.org. At Tierra del Sol Gallery. TierraDelSol.org.
And of course, Paige has also put a link to the gallery in there. But I really want a huge thanks to Jackie, to Katie, Rebecca, and Paige, and Lauren, and Laura, Pete, the team at Tierra del Sol. Thank you so much for being here today and assisting. It's been really wonderful to spend time with y'all, and I hope you'll keep making zines.
Yay!
Thank you,
Great.
everyone.
Thank you.
Everybody, great to see you.
Thank you, Wignall and Chafee. It was wonderful.
Chafee College, Wignall Museum of Contemporary Art, Home Edition.